This bulletin proudly brought to you in association with Alex Campbell's Menswear.
Tonight on The South Today, farmers left heartbroken as the Stewart Island oyster cull finishes its second day. Left to pick up the pieces as vandals frustrate staff at Glenfelloch Gardens. And reports the Prime Minister paid hush money in the Todd Barclay secret recordings scandal. Good evening, I'm Callum Proctor. Stewart Island oyster farmers are gutted at having to dump their stock. Today is the second day of a Ministry for Primary Industries-led operation to stop the spread of a lethal parasite from the farms in Big Glory Bay to the Foveaux Straits wild oyster population. Here's Ruby Spink.
Tons of oysters being dumped near Invercargill. It's day 2 of the Ministry for Primary Industries ordered disposal of oysters from Stewart Island's Big Glory Bay commercial fisheries, and farmers are working quickly to comply. The oyster farms are being destroyed to prevent the spread of the deadly Bonamia austrae parasite to the wild oyster populations in the Foveaux Strait. Sanford Chief Operating Officer Greg Johansson says the company is doing what it can for the future of the industry.
Well, obviously, as a company, we're gutted by the discovery of the disease in Stewart Island, everyone's just trying to cope with that and do the right thing and move on.
Cages in Stewart Island waters are being uplifted, oysters and all, disinfected, wrapped to prevent any liquids escaping, and transported by boat and truck to a landfill in Invercargill. The oysters and cages are being buried under lime and dirt to prevent vermin from transporting the infection further. Sanford plans to have all stocks removed by the end of next week, depending on weather conditions. But a time frame for rebuilding Stewart Island's oyster farms remains up in the air.
It's really going to be an MPI decision once the oysters are removed, and they then start a monitoring program of what, if any, impact there is in the bay. So then there'll be an issue of, can it restart? If it restarts, will it be in the same area or will it be somewhere else? So it's very early and too early to say what that looks like going forward, but it's likely to be a wee way off in the future.
MPI is holding meetings with the Stewart Island and Bluff communities this week to discuss the situation further. I'm Ruby Spink for The South Today.
Well, South Otago Police are investigating burglaries at several businesses in the Milton area, which have happened in the past few weeks. 5 burglaries have been reported to police so far, and all have occurred in the early hours of the morning. The burglars appear to have taken cigarettes, tools, cash and alcohol. Police are following positive lines of inquiry, and patrols in the area have been increased. Business owners have been encouraged to increase security measures on their buildings, and anyone who needs advice on how to do so should contact their local police. Well, staff at Dunedin's Glenfelloch Gardens are frustrated with what they're calling mindless vandalism. The Trust's marketing manager says there is security on site and the police aren't involved.
Just an empty plinth remains where an ornate planter once stood. Otago Peninsula Trust marketing manager Sophie Barker is disappointed that persons unknown came to Glenfelloch Gardens recently just to wreck things.
When we arrived at work on Monday, the gardeners spotted that a couple of urns had been broken. So there's one that was broken right behind me and another one actually up behind the homestead. So it was very distressing. Obviously we work hard to make the garden attractive and beautiful for people to visit, and then this happens.
Having 2 urns smashed may not seem like a huge blow to the otherwise scenic gardens. But Barker says money doesn't grow on trees for anyone, let alone the Otago Peninsula Trust. And the cost of replacing the broken planters means something else may have to be deferred.
We're a not-for-profit trust, so we keep Glenfelloch open to the public by people can give small donations. A lot of people just in the neighbourhood come and use the garden. So of course this incurs extra cost on a trust that works hard to make any money at all.
She believes the incident may have happened on Friday night, as they've received reports of a noisy car driving in the gardens on Friday evening. Barker is stunned at the stupidity of the people or persons who did this.
It's, oh gosh, it's just mindless vandalism. It really is. I don't know if they were feeling angry about something or whatever, but it is mindless. But it hurts people. It hurts people like us that work hard to have something where people can come and enjoy and relax, and then, you know, our hard work gets broken. And we just bought another urn, a matching urn for it, so we're very, very disappointed that was broken as well, because it's hard to search for these things and get them.
Sophie Barker says the historic visitor attraction does have security systems in place. However, she says improving their security would be a costly exercise. Daryl Baser, The South Today.
Oamaru's Forester Gallery redevelopment project has failed to secure $3 million in this year's funding rounds. An additional request for $1.5 million is also expected to be denied. A report presented to the Waitaki District Council shows the Regional Cultural and Heritage Fund did not approve $2 million because it required detailed plans and a final costing. The Lottery, Environment and Heritage Committee didn't approve a further $1 million because other applicants were assessed as having fewer funding options for projects that are more advanced. Well, newly created independent media group Newsroom is claiming Prime Minister Bill English paid off one of the staff of Clutha Southland Member of Parliament, Todd Barclay, to avoid legal action. Newsroom cites a text message from English to Clutha Southland electorate chairman Stuart Davey. Earlier this year, Barclay was reselected as Nationals candidate for the general election, despite suggestions he recorded the conversations of his Gore-based senior electorate agent Glenys Dixon. Newsroom released a text it claims is from Bill English, which reads, "Glenys settlement large to avoid potential legal action. Had to be paid partly by Prime Minister's budget. Everyone unhappy." Spending from the Leaders Fund has been controversial in the past, although legal advice sought by Newsroom considered using it to settle an employment matter was not illegal. Labor leader Andrew Little has called on English to come clean over the allegations involving Barclay, and the New Zealand Taxpayers Union has called on the Auditor General to investigate the Prime Minister's payment, describing it as hush money. Well, still to come on The South Today, what do the locals think of the latest roading improvements set to ease congestion in Queenstown? And we find out which Dunedin school is about to take Chinese education to the next level.
For all your news from the southern regions as it happens, go to our Facebook page. The South Today, connecting you with your community thanks to New Zealand On Air.
We need your help to secure the future of Dunedin Hospital. The Dunedin City Council is leading the community's call to redevelop Dunedin Hospital as a top-flight teaching hospital right in the city centre. Have you sent your SOS? Add your voice to the thousands demanding central government commit to the health and well-being of the whole southern region. Go to dunedinhospitalsos.nz and fill out your form, or head to a library near you to fill out a paper copy. dunedinhospitalsos.nz.
Bring some more joy into your world by adopting one of our adult animals at SPCA Otago. Call now on 473 8252. Please adopt a pet now, they will love you forever. From rare to the recent, visit the legendary Hard to Find for your quality second-hand books. With the largest stock in New Zealand and a friendly book-loving atmosphere. For good prices, buying or selling, come visit 20 Dowling Street.
Hi, Lindsay here from Alex Campbell Menswear. Just think, 80 years ago, this year, my grandfather set up Alex Campbell Menswear right on Cargill's Corner in South Dunedin. We've had some great years, bringing Otago and Southland the very best of menswear for both business and everyday needs.
Every reason, every season, we're proud to dress the region. Alex Campbell Menswear, it fits.
When it's time to say goodbye to your pet, Heaven Sent Pet Cremations are here to help you through this difficult experience. Call Heaven Sent Pet Cremations today for their care and guidance. Phone 489 2274.
Emu oil has been used for centuries to support joint mobility and tired muscles. Also helpful for supporting healthy skin. Available as oil or in capsules. Go to www.silverhorn.co.nz to order Emu oil today.
We're a 25 Moray Place at Dog with Tails Cafe and Bar. So we take coffee very seriously. We do what's called contract roasting, so we're creating our own roasting profile and then doing our own blends. We're really focused on the craft of what we're doing. You know, we're going back, instead of going on mass-produced sort of cheap things, we're taking the time to really craft what we're making. Make it so anyone can come here and have a feed and be able to get something they're able to eat or that they want to eat as well. You're kind of getting a taste of cafes from all around the world when you come here.
Put your seatbelts on for this one and rev it up. Thursday night is Motorsport Night. Proudly brought to you by multi-award-winning Garrador.
Welcome back. Dr Ella Lawton appears to have won the seat on the Otago Regional Council, left vacant by the death in March of her mother, Dr Maggie Lawton. Preliminary results show Lawton of Wanaka leading Gary Kelleher of Alexandra by 7,184 votes to 5,213. Voting ended at noon today, but votes in transit and special votes are still to be counted. A number of infrastructure projects designed to ease traffic congestion in the Frankton area of Queenstown are expected to be completed on Thursday. The projects include Stage 1 of the Eastern Access Road, the Queenstown Airport's Park and Ride facility, an extension of lanes at the problematic BP roundabout, and a ban on public parking on State Highway 6. Mina Amso's been gauging public reaction ahead of opening day.
As of Thursday this week, the Wakatipu region at Frankton will have a new bypass, a new road extension, a park and ride facility and a ban on car parking in some areas. All designed, of course, to ease traffic congestion in the area. But will these changes make much of a difference? Members of the public spoken to this week were dubious, but they were hoping for the best. Do you think this is going to help the traffic?
Actually, no, I don't think it is at all. No, they need, but yeah, where the problem is the roundabout here. It's it needs to be. It's probably a sad thing to say, but maybe some of the golf course land has to be taken away or something to make the the area. Because what's going to happen when the traffic comes off the bridge? It's still going to bottleneck here at the roundabout. Yeah.
Do you reckon
the slipway will be helping? Yeah. It's going to help, but. Cheapers, the amount of traffic that's increasing every day, is it just about behind its time already?
Hopefully will indeed help our businesses here in our little enclave of Frankton Village. So we look forward to that. We also look forward to maybe taking some congestion away from the BP roundabout with the Hawthorn Drive ring road opening down the back there.
In theory, they've done some modelling and they say that should alleviate some of the traffic going actually from the event centre through into Queenstown. So the experts, as far as that's concerned, we'll have to wait and see. I think the Eastern Arterial Route or Access Road will be probably more of an impact, which is supposed to come on probably before that's actually going to be finished, even though they started that first.
Park and ride, people will take a long time to get used to that. But I'm really looking forward to that through road at Hawthorn. Because Shotover Country wasn't there, Lake Hayes Estate wasn't there, and now you've got all the people that want to go there. That's let alone our own town. So it's going to take a lot of pressure off here, just that single thing.
So you're hopeful?
Very. Fingers crossed. Watch this space.
Well, scouts from throughout Southland headed to Oreti Beach on Sunday morning for a midwinter swim. The swim was a zone event, including children from across the region, aged from 5 years old upwards. About 150 people attended the event. 78 people, including children, leaders and parents, braved the waves. And a trophy was presented to 4 scouts from the Woodlands troop, who stayed in the water for the longest time of 49 minutes. The Best Costume Trophy was awarded to Georgetown Cubs leader and Gladstone Scouts leader maintain Braithwaite. Dunedin School is set to become a community leader in Chinese language teaching and promoting Chinese culture. Otago Girls High School is opening its very own Confucius Classroom. The classroom aims to support and encourage activities related to Chinese language and culture.
Brushing up their Mandarin for the big day. These pupils from Otago Girls High are preparing for a special assembly and grand opening of a dedicated space for the teaching of Chinese. The Confucius Institute in Christchurch has supported their endeavours, providing a Mandarin language assistant, standing tables and a set of iPad minis for character writing and training.
Two of my family speak Mandarin and I want to know what they're saying.
I started learning Chinese because I did it in intermediate and I liked it.
I'm learning Japanese and Chinese at school, and I'm learning Korean from my friend, and I hope to pick up German, Dutch and Polish at home.
The Confucius Institute in Christchurch, they will support us with providing us with an MLA for every year, which is a language assistant in the classroom. And they've also given us some funding towards setting up the classroom as well, some resources and some furniture.
The girls are busy brushing up their calligraphy for the opening of the Confucius Room by Mayor Dave Cull this Wednesday.
I think it's very difficult for them to learn Mandarin because they speak English, and it may be easier to learn German or Spanish. Mandarin is hard, but they do a great job.
Chris Durant of the Language Department says the school's principal is behind the initiative.
Our principal, Linda Miller, went away to China in 2013 on a principals exchange and came back and really has been behind the idea of setting up Chinese in our school, and then the Confucius Classroom too has been really an instigation.
Other initiatives include structuring the school timetable around Mandarin learners, introducing a Chinese language lunchroom meeting one day a week, and organising Chinese cultural events. These activities, including musical performances, food events and movie nights, will also encourage the local community to learn more about Chinese language and culture. Rosella Bone, The South Today.
After the break on The South Today, a group of Dunedin students learns what it takes to make it in the IT industry. And the cold week is set to continue with a few showers on the way. More details coming up in our regional weather forecast. Active Furnishers Limited, home of quality service with superior product and an in-house design team who are always happy to advise and create an imaginative solution for you. Active Furnishers Limited, part of Dunedin's design history.
Loss of collagen is the reason for those fine lines and wrinkles. Silberhorn's Collagen Plus naturally supports your collagen levels, giving you younger, firmer looking skin, healthier, shinier hair and stronger nails. Joints, tendons, ligaments and cartilage all benefit from healthy collagen levels, the very foundation of structural health. Support collagen levels naturally with Collagen Plus by Silberhorn. Be quick, buy one now and get a second pack half price. Call now 0800 502 402.
Hi, Lindsay here from Alex Campbell Menswear. Just think, 80 years ago, this year, my grandfather set up Alex Campbell Menswear right on Cargill's Corner in South Dunedin. We've had some great years, bringing Otago and Southland the very best of menswear for both business and everyday needs.
Every reason, every season, we're proud to dress the region. Alex Campbell Menswear, it fits.
Garrador Dunedin, delivering quality stylish garage doors in Dunedin for over 15 years. New doors, replacement doors, repairs and maintenance are all part of Garrador's quality service. Garrador Dunedin offers a full range of modern quality doors to suit any home. Come visit the team at 553 Kaikorai Valley Road. Visit www.garrador.co.nz or call us on 488 5676.
Autumn is here. Too late to sow grass seed, but never fear. Ready Lawn is here. Ready Lawn, your perfect all year round solution. Call Ready Lawn today.
the University of Otago, an institute of world-class education and the social epicentre of the city, with outfits needed for more formal functions like the ball and for less formal functions like...
The zoo? Are you sure?
Yeah, trust me.
Yeah, Dad, you'll definitely see me. I'm the one in the yellow and blue face paint and the onesie in the zoo.
The outrageous thing in New Zealand at the moment is that we have the leading rate of colorectal cancer in the developed world, highest for women and third highest for men.
The rates in women are hugely raised compared to other countries. So whereas in other countries it's 2 men for every 1 woman, in New Zealand it's almost 1 to 1.
Sadly, it's New Zealand's silent killer.
Channel 39 brings you a series of 45-minute documentaries looking at the future and the past. Wednesday nights at 7:30, repeating Friday nights at 8:30, only on Channel 39.
The Southern Steel netball team scored a 64-51 win over the Central Pulse in Invercargill last night. And that completes a dominant regular season in which the Steel strung together 15 consecutive wins. The team now have a chance to be crowned unbeaten champions in next week's ANZ Premiership final. The Otago Polytechnic became tech heaven for a group of 40 Dunedin students today. Shadow Tech Day at Otago Polytechnic saw the girls paired with female mentors who are all leaders in the IT industry. The young women spent the day learning about the real-world skills needed to work in information technology.
Women make up half the population, but account for only 15% of the IT industry. These young women from St Hilda's Collegiate School are looking to become future leaders in that field. Today they had an opportunity to celebrate the role of women in information technology at an IT Mentor Day at Otago Polytechnic. The girls spent the day paired with a mentor and heard guest speakers.
You are coming into an industry, because I get asked all the time, how easy is it to be a woman in tech? It really comes down to you as a character, and I won't take no for an answer.
The aim of the day is to challenge gender stereotypes and encourage more girls to take science, technology, engineering and maths at school.
Girls don't know what they can't be in technology, and so the industry, the technology industry, is crying out for women to be in the industry.
The IT industry is now the third most valuable in New Zealand. Roselle LeBone, The South Today.
And now recapping tonight's top stories on The South Today. The operation to stop the spread of a lethal oyster parasite from Stewart Island farms to the Foveaux Straits wild population continued today. Staff at Dunedin's Glenfalloch Gardens are frustrated with what they're calling mindless vandalism, where 2 ornate urns were smashed to pieces. And the news agency newsrooms claiming Prime Minister Bill English paid off one of the staff of Clutha South and Member of Parliament Todd Barclay to avoid legal action. Now we'll look at what's happening in tomorrow's ODT. Phil Somerville, good evening.
Yes, hi Callum. Well, Todd Barclay and Bill English and that mess will be big news tomorrow as we watch developments this evening. It's been developing all day, so look out for that, obviously. Tomorrow's paper is one of those days where we wish we had 2 or 3 front pages. There seem so many big stories. I have to mention the big one for Wanaka, a decision on the water sports centre from the Environment Court, the one on the lakefront, which has caused a lot of division in the town. So look for that result. And of course, as mentioned earlier on the bulletin, the Regional Council result with Ella Lawton following her mother onto the council and beating a contestant that was a previous councillor. So that's an interesting story in its own right. The DC Ross, the local company in receivership, good news on that front. It looks like they're assets are being bought, and many of the jobs will be saved. So, very positive story there. Not so positive. Cadbury's and Mondelez and the effort to raise all the money. Just the feelings and comments made at a union meeting, and feeling that Mondelez is pretty lukewarm about it all. So look for that. Tomorrow's big fire in South Dunedin at the moment, so we'll see what comes there. And so it goes on. And when I'm here on a Tuesday, I always like to mention the fresh pages, as the viewers will know. So I'm going to do that as well, seeing we've got time. And the main feature is from Alison Lambert on cooking, and with the Lions tour, she's called it Best of British. So there are recipes for classic pea in hand soup, toad in the hole, Lancashire hot pot, and jam roly-poly. So that adds to the mix, the big mix in tomorrow's paper.
Sounds good. All right, thanks for that, Phil. Tomorrow's ODT. All right, time now for a look at tomorrow's weather.
This weather update is proudly brought to you by Silverhorn Sportsval.
And starting with today's southern view taken of the Octagon in central Dunedin and Lake Wakatipu in Queenstown. All right, the situation map sees that anticyclone moving away and cloud increasing then tomorrow night. With a period of southwesterlies, more showers and cold winds are expected on Thursday and Friday as that low moves over the North Island. To the southern outlook, and cool temperatures still for tomorrow. Balclutha with fresh nor'westers, a high of 12. Catlin's showers later in the day and 12. Some rain later for Gore and 12, also 12 tomorrow for Lumsden. To the central towns, Alexandra sees a high of 13 with high cloud increasing. Moderate northerlies for Queenstown, also a high of 11 for Queenstown tomorrow. Tiano, southwesterly change later with rain, a high of 11. Wanaka's high also 11. To the northern outlook, Oamaru tomorrow sees high cloud increasing and a high of 12. And a similar situation for Omarama, Timaru and also Twizel sharing a high of 12 tomorrow. Here in Dunedin tonight, another fine cold night. We get down to a low of 4. Tomorrow, sunny at first, but high cloud increasing later. Moderate northerlies with showers developing tomorrow nights. High tomorrow 11. And for Thursday, mostly dry light winds. Rain developing Thursday evening with a high of 9 for Thursday. And down to Invercargill. Sees nor'westers freshening there tonight, a low of 7. Tomorrow, showers develop in the afternoon. That cold southwesterly change sweeping in, a high of 11. And for Thursday, it clears to mostly fine again. Just a light southerly. Thursday's high for Invercargill is 10 degrees. And that's the South Today for this Tuesday. We're back again tomorrow. Have a good night.
This bulletin proudly brought to you in association with Alex Campbell's Menswear.
Supporting local content so you can see more of New Zealand on air.